Hello, students, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We are super excited to have you here. We have some great institutions. Just so you know, your camera and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can ask questions at any time using the Q&A button. Sign up for more sessions. This is just one of the many available, and all sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So without further ado, we are going to begin with the University of Pittsburgh.
Great, thank you so much. All right, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Lauren Panetti. I'm the Associate Director of International Admissions at the University of Pittsburgh, and my contact information is up here on the screen. I've been working in the office for about 15 years. I'm also a Pitt alum. I got my bachelor's degree in anthropology and my master's degree in higher education management. You can see some of my regions that I work with. I also work with students who are interested in the health sciences, as well as students from Allegheny County in the western part of the county. And I'm here to give you a brief overview about the University of Pittsburgh. I'm also joined tonight by my colleague, Lindy, who will be helping me answer questions in the chat. So feel free to let us know if you have any questions specifically for the University of Pittsburgh. But let's dive right in. This slide I like to say is kind of Pitt in numbers and a quick hit the facts slide. And I won't read it all to you. You can take a look at it. But just so you know, we're a public Research One institution located in the state of Pennsylvania, obviously in the western part of the state. So we're about 5-hour drive from Philadelphia. We have 19,000 undergraduate students, so I think it's the perfect size, not too big, not too small. And we still keep our classes relatively small with a 14-to-1 student faculty ratio. We have 100+ majors, and you can see some of our popular majors down there. We're very well known for anything in the health sciences, engineering, but we have a full liberal arts school as well. You can see some of our rankings up on the top of the screen as well. And I can't forget to mention our icon building. That is the big graphic here up on the screen. That's our Cathedral of Learning. It's the second largest educational building in the world. It stands at 42 stories tall, and it's all classrooms, academic offices. It has a dining facility in there, computer lab, language lab. If I have any Harry Potter fans here in the audience tonight, it looks like Hogwarts when you walk inside. And so here again is where we're located in the state of Pennsylvania. And I also want to mention we do have 3 other campuses. I'm here from the Pittsburgh campus, but we do have other campuses in various parts of Western Pennsylvania, including Bradford, Greensburg, and Johnstown. And they do have some different majors than what we do offer at the Pittsburgh campus. And of course, we have to talk a little bit about the city of Pittsburgh, which has been ranked the 2nd most livable city in the United States. I'm actually from across the state from Philadelphia, but my husband and son and I, we've been living in Pittsburgh for 20 years now, and we absolutely love the city. There's so much to do. It's clean, it's safe, the cost of living is low. People are very friendly. It has very much a Midwestern feel. You can see the photo here is of the downtown area at night. And whether you love going to sporting events, or you're a foodie and want to try new restaurants, or you want to go to concerts or museums, we have it all. And students ride fare free on all of the city buses. That's included in your tuition, so it's really easy to get around. And there's no need for a car, but it's also a very bike-friendly city. And then another great thing is a lot of companies are coming to Pittsburgh and setting up headquarters just because of how livable it is. And so you can see some really great companies up on the screen who have come and had headquarters: Amazon, Google, Uber, Zoom, Duolingo, UPMC, Heinz, and American Eagle, Dick's Sporting Goods. Those are just to name a few. And what's great is it's opportunities for students to get internships and or jobs after graduation. So there's a lot of opportunities for that. And we even have a guaranteed internship program through our career office. So I mentioned those 100+ majors, and they're divided between these 6 undergraduate schools. And when you're a first-year student, you'll apply to one of these 6 schools. Our Kenneth P. Dietrich School of Arts and Sciences has 58 majors, and it houses all of the natural sciences, social sciences, arts, humanities. If you're undecided, and that's perfectly fine, you'll start out in this school. If you're thinking like a pre-professional, maybe pre-med, pre-law, pre-dental, you'll also start out within the school. Popular majors include biology, psychology, film studies, philosophy, a real wide range, and you can easily double major within the school. Our College of Business Administration has 7 majors, and they also have a minor and a number of certificates, and they really encourage students to study abroad and of course do internships. Our Swanson School of Engineering has 10 majors. And with this school, there's also an optional cooperative education or co-op program. That's a 4.5-year program. Our School of Computing and Information, the top 2 biggest majors are computer science and information science, but they have some other specialty areas like narrative design and biocomputational biology. So some really neat majors. And again, Pittsburgh is becoming kind of this tech hub. And so we have a lot of opportunities for students to get those internships. Our brand new school is starting this fall of 2020. That's the School of Public Health, and we will now be offering a bachelor's degree in public health. So we're really excited for that. And then we have a nursing program. It's a 4-year direct entry BSN program. And we do have over 30 clinical sites around the city for students to participate in. We'd love to hear what you might be interested in. Feel free to ask questions in the chat if you have specific questions about majors, since we can't go into all of them during our intro here tonight. I want to briefly talk about the application process. We have 3 application platforms, but we're on Common App. A $55 application fee. We have the SAR, the self-reported academic record, and we are test optional for SAT or ACT scores. So those are not required. You choose. If you do want to submit them, we will review them. And then we require a personal statement if you're applying test optional, but prefer it if you are not. It's strongly recommended. And you can also do a letter of recommendation or resume, something along those lines. Our campus is open. We'd love for you to come check it out. We have tours in person as well as virtually, so you can see the link there to sign up, but we offer them Monday through Saturday. Again, we'd love to have you on campus for a tour or an information session. And that's all for me, so thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Up next, we have Widener University.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Fadouk. I'm one of the assistant directors of admissions here at Widener University. So Widener University is a small to mid-size university located just outside of Philadelphia. We are located in the city of Chester, Pennsylvania, which is about 10 minutes south of the Philadelphia International Airport. So with Widener, we really focus on our devotion to personalized student attention. Our average class size is around 25 students per class, with a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. 90% of our faculty hold a doctorate or terminal degree within their field. And a benefit about choosing Widener is we do not use graduate assistants, teaching assistants, GAs, TAs, whatever you want to call them, to teach our undergraduate coursework. So for those undergraduate students, they are learning directly from their professors for their academic lectures, their office hours, their extra credit, marking the exam, the whole 9 yards. We have over 3,000 undergraduate students and additionally 3,000 graduate students, so almost a 1-to-1 ratio with that. And we have over 40 majors and 50 minors. So we have a lot of minors in the STEM-related field, liberal arts, and really anything in between. So as far as residing on campus, about 79% of our freshmen are resident students. And outside of that, about 70% of the entire university resides on campus. So we are more of a living on campus community and not so much of a suitcase school. We do offer 2 big guarantees at the university. One is that we guarantee housing for all 4 years. And additionally, for those students who would like to have a car on campus, whether they are living on campus or commuting, they do have the option to have a car on campus from their freshman year all the way through their senior year. So as far as applying to Widener, we do have two types of application. So we do accept our own Widener application or the common application, whatever preference is easiest for you. There's no preference on our end. We offer two types of decision. Early action is one and regular decision is the other. Early action means that your application is in and complete by November 1st. Any decision that you receive is non-binding, and we guarantee an admission decision electronically by at least the Thanksgiving holiday. If you do not meet the November 1st deadline, no worries with that. We do have regular decision, in which case applicants' full application is complete after November 1st. Applications are reviewed at a later date. Typically, students hear back within 3 to 4 weeks of the student's application becoming complete. So we are test optional for any of the seniors that are joining us today. So alongside the application, which would be the Common App or the Widener app, we would need your official high school transcript and your essay, or your official high school transcript and your SAT or ACT test scores. Letters of recommendation are optional. However, if you want to submit them, we will add them to your file and take a look. And for any of you students taking AP, IB, or dual enrollment credits, we do accept those credits to transfer in for additional college credit should you choose Widener University. So support services on campus is something we pride ourselves on. So we start with your admissions counselor. Every student is assigned a counselor based on the high school that they attend. That counselor is there for them from the starting point of their application all the way to the time that they choose Widener. And then we transition to every other support services on campus. So this short list is just some of the things that we offer from day one of your freshman year all the way up to graduation. So things from the Writing Center, which will help you with maybe your English paper or grammar and spell check, things like that, all the way to our career design development office, which will help you with job placement, mock resumes, resume buildings, and everything in between. So some outcomes for the class of 2020, 91% of them were employed or within graduate school within 6 months of graduation. And for those students that were working, the mean salary for the students was $62,500 per year. So this slide brings us to two quotes that we have for students from Chris and Naya, who are both incoming freshmen for this academic class, about what they had to say about Widener as far as the personal connections and the field of home being a Widener University student. I'd also like to mention that if you would like to follow us on any social media platform through our office, you can use the handle @ChooseWidener for any of the platforms that you see down here below. And we do have daily visit options Monday through Friday, but we also have coming up our bigger open house. So that will be held on November 13th. We do recommend that every student check out our campus and really get the home away from home feel that we offer to students and their families. And if you are not yet decided of coming to campus physically, we do offer virtual tours that are really at your leisure, that can be viewed and streamed on our website 24/7, which you're still hearing from an actual student tour guide that voices over and all of that. So that brings me to the end of my presentation, and I will turn it back over to Mackenzie.
Thank you so much. We will now turn it over to West Virginia University.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'll get right to it. So my name is Jackie Gress, and I am an Associate Director in the Office of Admissions. I'm actually going to start out with a short video, and Mackenzie, if it doesn't work, please come in and tell me that it's not working, but I have optimized the sound. This kind of just gives you some information about our campus, and I think it really shows our personality. So we'll start with that.
Real mountaineer. This is West Virginia University, home of mountaineers. We're talking like real mountaineers, none of that fake stuff.
West Virginia Mountaineers.
Of champions, pioneers, record breakers, scholars. And this is our jam. We're home to the largest crime scene training complex in the country, the first institute in the world devoted to studying human memory. And we're making headlines in all these places too. This is WVU, where we do the highest level research, seeking cures, building hope, hunting pulsars, discovering new technologies, proving Einstein's theory. Wait, this list just keeps going. You don't expect me to read all these, do you? This is WVU, where being unique and proud of it is in the blood, where he can find rhythm and engineer his future, where she can compete on the field and on the stage, and where our president can inspire us to be ourselves, which is a pretty good thing to be, where a little grit and determination can literally take you anywhere. I'm gonna go flying. This is WVU, a family of distinct campuses, just a short drive from here, and here. Where a degree opens doors for anyone from anywhere, where you can dig into your passions, create your own niche, and find your purpose. This is WVU. Our students are realizing their own visions, leading their own adventures, and writing their own stories. Shh, whoa, sorry. I forgot we were in a library. And when you become a mountaineer, you'll never have to go it alone. Because here, our faculty will challenge you and support you. Your fellow students will push you and encourage you. And our alumni will guide you no matter where your journey unfolds. We're a community that works smart and plays smart. We question assumptions and laugh at obstacles. A place where everyone fits, because we're all in this together. This is West Virginia University. This is home.
So I think that really kind of shows the campus way more than I could tell in a little bit of time. But just a little bit about WVU. We are statewide. I represent the Morgantown campus. Kaiser and Beckley are smaller campuses within our state. We have 500 student organizations. We have a ton of different majors in 14 colleges and schools, as you can see on this slide. We also have 12 residence halls. We have 30 places to grab a bite to eat. We are an R1 research institution, and we represent all 50 states. We have a pretty good amount of diversity and about 108 countries represented on our campus. So just to give you an idea of admissions and scholarships, we are rolling admissions. So our application is open right now. Decisions are mailed on a rolling basis. So we get your application, make a decision, send that decision out to you through email first and then mail. We require that you send us your online application through our application or the Common App, your transcript, your self-reported courses and grades. If you're not applying test optional, send us your test scores. We have a $50 fee, or if you have a fee waiver. Our test optional is no harm, and we do ask that you talk to us before deciding not to send test scores. Some STEM majors have exceptions to this test optional policy, specifically nursing. And we have this all posted on our website. It's pretty easy to read, actually. It's under our freshman admissions requirements. So if you have questions about test optional, we're pretty flexible. Scholarships. So I'm actually going to go to a visual here. We do have some automatic scholarships. This specific scholarship here is our Go First scholarship. As you can see, if you have a 4.2, our merit scholarship, that's automatic, is $12,000 for out-of-state students. And that goes from $5,000 to $12,000, depending on your GPA. These scholarships are based on SAT, ACT score at the bottom of that chart, and then your GPA on the side. And this maxes out at $16,000 per year. And these are renewable four-year scholarships. And these are posted on our scholarship website. We also have a scholarship calculator on there. So if you do have questions about scholarships, again, get in touch with us. We offer other scholarships as well through the FAFSA and our departments. We do have a couple ways to visit through our self-guided tours, our on-campus visits, and also Discover WVU Open House is coming up October 23rd and November 13th. We also have the Go First Fridays are pretty cool. They're on home football weekend Fridays, and they're a little bit like a smaller open house. You can schedule with departments Monday through Friday with advance notice. So how can we help you? Just let us know. Get in touch with me. I'll get you in touch with your advisor or your admissions counselor. And if you scan there, you can give us more information. You want to scan that with your phone. That's all for me. And thanks so much for joining me tonight.
Thanks, Jackie. Up next, we have Thiel College.
Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get my video to get on here for you. Oh, Mackenzie, could you start it for me? Thank you. All right, awesome. Hi guys, how are you? Get this PowerPoint on for you as well. All right, can we see this? Because it's been giving me problems tonight. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, guys. So I just wanted to introduce myself. I know it says Morgan Widener on my screen, but I'm actually filling in for her tonight. My name is Capri Turk, and I am an admissions counselor with Thiel College. We are home of the Tomcats, and we're located in Greenville, Pennsylvania. Now, if you've never heard of Greenville, don't worry, you're not alone. It is a nice small town surrounded by a bunch of state parks where you have a chance to go paddleboarding, hiking, different outdoorsy activities like that. But the nice factor of us is that we're also located right near the Pennsylvania-Ohio border. So we're about an hour to an hour and a half from 4 major cities. So you get a chance to do the city life fun stuff too, where you can go shopping, go to amusement parks, a whole bunch of different opportunities that you do have, whether you take the, our student shuttle, or if you're going to do your own transportation there as well. So you do have the opportunity of all of those different things. So just some quick facts about us. We were founded in 1866. So we do have a nice older campus with a lot of different things that have been updated on it. We are small, so we are a private liberal arts college. We have approximately 800 people in our student body. Now, that shouldn't scare you. It doesn't mean that our campus isn't big, because we do have a nice spaced out campus. It just means that it's going to have a more homey feel to you. And with 800 people, you're not going to see the same students every day, but at the nice time, you're not going to feel overwhelmed like you're at a massive university. Our class size is nice and small too, which is a great benefit of that. There's about 14 students in every class. Of course, you're going to have different exceptions to that rule, like your larger freshman orientation classes and things like that. But we also do have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which is great because you're going to have different people on campus, whether it's your professors, admins, just different people that are around that are going to know you, be able to help you with things, and make sure that you have an idea of what's going on and you can get really affiliated with Thiel. Like I said, since we are small, you do get a chance to become kind of part of our family, which is a really nice factor. There's a ton of different options for you guys to check all these different things out to be more intimate there. So we have study tables where you can help and do peer mentoring, whether that's your work study program and you want to get paid for it, or if you actually need the help in classes, whether you have an A and just need, someone to sit and do flashcards with you. We have some really great programs like that. And like I said, we did have enhanced facilities this past year, which I think a lot of colleges took advantage of it as well. So we do have some brand new hall renovations and a whole bunch of different classrooms as well. Now, being that we have 800 students, that shouldn't alarm you. We have a big variety of academic majors and minors. There's just a few of some of our top programs on the screen here. We have over 60 different ones, anywhere from neuroscience and pre-professional programs to TV and radio media communications, which is great. One of the ones I always like to hype on is our education program. You get not only an early education or an early childhood education degree, but also a special education as a dual major. So that's always a really cool factor I love to point out to people, since education is a great, huge major on our campus. We also added some extra ones in here this year and over the past 2 years: sports management, exercise science. One of the biggest ones that we've always got asked about is nursing. We're proud to have nursing now, which is a 3.5-year program. So that's kind of nice. You get out a little bit early as well with that one. Now, we also added some graduate programs as well. Couple different options that are included listed on your screen. The nice thing is you can come in after your 4 years as a master's person after you've done your 4-year degree, or you can go in as an undergrad and do it in 5 years rather than 6 years with us. So that's a really cool feature that we have as well, where it kind of condenses your 4 years of undergrad into 3 and then gives you your 2 years of a master's degree. So it gets you out faster and a little bit cheaper. So that's always a good factor as well. And those are the things I told you. Some other really great factors about Thiel is we make sure that 100% of our students actually get hands-on experience before they leave. Whether that's an internship or a practicum, you're going to make sure that you like what you're going to school for. And also we have a really great honors program as well. It's about 24% of our student body. They get a chance to get additional scholarships and also take a whole bunch of fun trips every year, which is really nice. Now, other than all the academics, you do have different residence life houses, which is really awesome. We have an up campus and a down campus. Like I said, it's nice and spaced out. So you have anywhere from Greek life theme houses to apartments and of course your standard dorm halls. As far as academics and social activities go, this gets updated. We have about 100 rather than the 60 listed, but within that we have 24 sports for Division III, which is really great for men's and women's teams as well. So what I always like to finish up with is, of course, your now what? How do you guys apply? We're rolling admissions. You can apply now, no application fee. You just need to send your transcripts in to us. And we're also test optional, which is really great. Take advantage of our early admissions application, which you get $1,000 if you apply by November 6th. And of course, follow us online at all these different fun factors. But if you guys have any questions, I'd love to chat with you more. So just let me know. Thank you.
Thank you as well. And now we have Pennsylvania College of Health Sciences.
Thank you, everyone. Mackenzie, I really appreciate that. All right, I'm going to just pull up the PowerPoint and it'll just be one moment here. Okay, so Pennsylvania College of Health Sciences is over 100 years old. We've been in existence since the early times. Here's a brief picture of the entire admission staff that we have here to help you if you have any interest in us. We are located in beautiful Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, which is wonderful because we are near Philadelphia, Harrisburg, and we're not a far distance from New York City or other major cities as well, because it's just a short day drive if you want to go to those. We are over 2,000 students strong, which is an amazing growth that we've had over the recent years. We are predominantly female in our class sizes, but that is growing and changing as the demographic is changing. And then we also have an 8-to-1 clinical student to faculty ratio. Our class to student faculty ratio is 17-to-1 for any non-clinical classes that you may be in. But those do go down the further that you go into your program. So we still definitely have that individualized attention to your education. We are really proud as a very specialized health sciences college to offer some of the nation's highest passing rate for those exams that you would be getting. Not only do you have to think about the fact that you're getting a health sciences degree, but you have to think about the fact that you have to pass a licensure exam in order to practice in your field. And we are well above the national average and the state average for all of our programs, with nursing specifically being at 98% on the first attempt, which is very hard to keep up with for most institutions. And that's even after struggles that we've been facing recently. For all of our other programs, the average is at about 86%, which is still well above average. And another one of our bragging points is that nearly 93% of all of our graduated students in any of our programs are working in their field within the first 6 months after they graduate. And so that's another amazing factor. Now, while we are a commuter campus, we do have housing nearby. We have some recommended campus locations that we offer to students. These are ones that have been reviewed by the campus. They're very safe and close by. One of them is even within walking distance. We have enough parking on our campus that all students are able to drive and never have to feel like they need to compete. And we also have a shuttle service that takes the bus from downtown Lancaster, which is the closest city to us, back to campus, and it runs on a 15-minute cycle that begins the hour before the campus opens and runs the hour after the campus closes. So you're never without the opportunity to get to campus as you need. Talk about the state-of-the-art learning facilities. We actually have a full operational mock hospital on our campus. We actually have a full-fledged certified operating room that's even used by surgeons in the areas to practice their skills and keep them up to date. And we utilize this facilities to make sure you're getting hands-on experience with the equipment that you need and will utilize within your field. You can't beat real actual experience from day one. So if you are interested in getting into our institution, what would you need to apply? You're looking for our students to have a 3.0 GPA, and we're also looking for you to have at least Algebra 2 as far as the math goes. You need to have 2 sciences with a lab component. We are officially test optional. However, if you have taken the SAT or ACT test scores, we do ask that you have at least a 1,000 score on there, or the ACT is at a composite of 21. Now, if you are interested in applying, we also have rolling admissions here. You simply go to our website and click the apply button. And for our students today, we have a promo code that you will see again later in the presentation. In all capitalized letters, it's the word HERO, representing the heroes in our healthcare field, followed by the number 21 for the academic year. After you put in that application, all that's asked of you is to submit your transcripts, and then per your program, if we require test scores, you could submit those. But as I said, we are now test optional, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to go too much in depth on our programs to just save some time for us today, but as you can see here, we offer over 40 different program options. We are most known for our nursing program because it is one of the top in the nation, but we also do offer other healthcare fields very well represented within the hospital setting, from respiratory care to sonography, and basically everything in between that you can think of. If it's in the hospital setting, most likely we offer it. That is our specialty. And again, keeping that specialty means that we are at the top of our field and we're able to provide you with the best care associated with getting into that option. If you are still in high school and you're thinking as a junior or senior on how you can get involved, a great way is to look into our dual enrollment program, because it offers you to take courses with us at half off the normal tuition rate. It's one of the greatest ways to save, and it also helps you get a little bit further ahead in your degree before starting with us. So if you wish to saving some time and money, this is a great option for you to look into. Some of the classes that we have for this include anatomy and physiology, medical Spanish, and even more. We do offer financial aid, although we do not have a lot of although we do not have any scholarships that go directly. We do offer some need-based scholarships. And if you wish to get in touch with them, the information can be found there, or you could get in touch with your campus counselor. And then again, just focusing on time, I like to just show off a little bit of the other things that we have happening on our campus right now, but I will go on to make sure you get to see our upcoming events that we have. Our next open house will be on Saturday, October 30th from 9 a.m. till noon, and you can sign up for that on our website. And then if you have any further questions, definitely feel free to get in touch with me. I'll put my information in the chat, but you can also get in touch with it through the website. Mackenzie, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have McDaniel College.
Okay, great. Hopefully I can share my screen correctly. Okay, cool. Let me put this in present. Okay, perfect. So hi everyone, my name is Johari. I am an admissions counselor here at McDaniel College. I'm going to go through this presentation and just explain a bit more about us and what we have going on. So first things first, we were founded in 1867. We're located in Westminster, Maryland. So it's about 45 minutes from Baltimore. I know very well because I drive that distance every day. But on the outside of that, we are about an hour north of DC. We have about 1,800 students and about 1,200 grad students. Most of our students exist on campus with us. About 85% now are residential, and they live there and exist there every single day. We're not a place where you go and hang out for 7 days and then dash out after a few days and go home to like wash your clothes or eat dinner with your family. You really do create a life there. Also, just because of our small school size, we do have classes that are about 15 to 17 students on average, and they cap at about 35. So there's never a worry of being in a large lecture with like 300 people and the professor is a small dot in the middle and you're just trying to hear them. But you do get to have that sort of in-person discussion-based sort of courses and really enjoy getting to know the people around you and your professors. And that kind of goes along with our student-faculty ratio, which is about 12:1. So again, you'll really get to know your professors and really get to know them personally and really interact with them as you go through your education. Other cool things is that we do have 96% of our professors have the highest degrees in their field. So they are quite literally the experts and they have done all the research and the work to prove it. Other awesome things, we do have 32 states represented and DC in our student body. almost 2/5 of our population are students of color, and that just continues to increase as time goes on. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, 96% of our professors hold terminal degrees in their field. So again, just that interaction with the experts. There are no classes to my knowledge that are taught by TAs. So it is really just interacting with the professor and getting to get the information straight from them. Additionally, due to our McDaniel commitment, which you'll hear about a little bit later, 50% of our students are participating in internships and research. But as you'll find out, they usually do 2 to 3 internships or 2 to 3 pieces of research throughout their entire careers. So McDaniel has 33 majors, over 40 minors. I'm so sorry, my cat is being annoying. We have about 33 majors, 1 create your own major, and over 40 minors on top of our pre-professional programs, such as the pre-allied health professions, pre-dental, pre-law, pre-med, and pre-vet. If any of these cannot fit your fancy, I in particular am a big fan of the elementary education department and of course, journalism and new media. But if for some reason that just didn't fit you, you could also design your own major and fuse 2 of them together and mix and match something that really fits your interests. One example I like to give is that a counselor in my office was a medieval studies major at McDaniel when he went, which is definitely not offered here, but it was something that he really enjoyed and got to craft on his own. Amongst all of that, of course, is the ability to kind of have the leeway. That's kind of the beauty of the liberal arts, is that you do have that intersection between everything that you're learning. So things do bleed into each other and you do get that sort of specialized experience. In regards to our McDaniel commitment, this is our promise of the college to you, basically saying that when you come to McDaniel, you'll be guided onto a path of success and mentored through. And that's just exhibited through our 4 things: my place, which happens before you arrive to McDaniel, to my career, which happens as you're exiting out and even after you're gone. Even between all of that, my design is there to help you reflect upon your experience as it's taking place. And my experience is there just to make sure that you do get that hands-on real life experience, so that if you do think that you want to do something, you have the ability to try it out in real time so that you can know if you want to commit or not, or you can give something else a new try and really get a new experience so that you can figure out what's next for you in your life. So about our McDaniel plan, which is our specialized curriculum, that is our way of exacting the liberal arts. There are 7 categories of classes that you will be taking, our core requirements. So the first, of course, is your first year seminar, which is, of course, the intro to college course that you take to kind of figure out how to exist as a college student. On top of that, we have a bunch of other introductory courses like intro to college writing, second language requirement, where you have 5 languages to choose from that you'll take 2 semesters from. On top of course, quantitative reasoning and scientific inquiry that falls under our critical inquiries requirement. Other great things are, of course, creative expression, social, cultural, historical understanding, global citizenship, departmental writing, and a Jan term course that upperclassmen get to take. So again, this sort of push for students to really expand their interests and get to explore what they want to do and maybe what they didn't think they wanted to do and have the opportunity to do as well. On top of that, side of class is very important. I know it super well, and I understand that when you are doing your homework, you can't exactly make the most of your friends. So that is really what our Office of Student Engagement is designed to help with. They are the champions of our 80+ clubs and organizations on campus, our 22 sports teams, and they make sure that you have a fun life outside of school. And just a few quick things about the application. We really only require 3 things, and that's just the actual application, a personal essay, and your transcript from your guidance counselor. If you get us at least 1 letter recommendation, we would greatly appreciate it. We are SAT and ACT optional, so that's not something to stress about. And finally, you can reach me at any of these things, but more specifically, of course, my email and my phone number. You could also follow McDaniel on Instagram at go2McDaniel and get a little bit more information in real time. But thank you so much.
Thanks, Johari. And it does look like we have a little bit of extra time. So if the reps could turn your videos back on and go in the same order that you presented, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I'll go ahead and start. So my best advice is to apply early, do your research, even kind of make like an Excel sheet of all the schools you're applying through for, keep track of the dates, don't miss any deadlines like scholarships or anything like that. And feel free to contact your friendly admissions reps like us. We love to hear from students and we're happy to help out in the process.
I would say my advice for students that are going through the college search process is to really visit the campus that they're interested in. It's a great way to see what your home away from home is going to be for the next 4 years. So really going to a open house, a daily visit, something like that multiple times will get you a good sense of not only your academic major, but the feel of the campus from the faculty, the students, and really kind of life outside of the classroom from there.
My advice would be about affordability. My suggestion would be to before you visit a campus, definitely look to see what their tuition and fees are, their housing rates, and their food and meal plan are. And you can always contact admissions to ask those questions or financial aid, just so you're aware of the cost. And if it's out of your range, then you know that. But hopefully you'll get a scholarship. And so not discounting anything from the get-go, but kind of just having that spreadsheet, like Lauren mentioned, about and including affordability on there too, I think is really helpful. And then everybody's in the know financially.
So my biggest thing that I always tell my students is make sure you find a school that is a perfect fit for you. I've had a lot of people that have liked one specific program that a certain school offers, or they really fell in love with the sports facility because they're going there for, a sports program. But you got to remember, you're going to be there for 2 to 4 years, some cases a little bit longer than that. So you want to make sure that you like everything about it. Make sure that it is the right college for you. And then, of course, like everyone else has said, don't be afraid to ask questions. That's what, your admissions team's there for. That's what your professors are there for, whether it's about the process to get in, how different courses are offered, finances, of course, nothing is silly. I mean, make sure you know, because you don't want to go in blind and just kind of wing it. So ask as many questions as you can.
Kelly, I don't know if it's just me, but we cannot hear you. Jahari, do you want to go?
Yes. Okay, cool. Some advice that I would probably give to someone going through the college search process is definitely to write everything down. Which you think you'll get in your phone probably will disappear. Much like if you were like me in high school and you took pictures of like the slides that the teachers put up and they just got lost in translation. Definitely get yourself a notebook or get yourself a folder that you can put all your information in so you can have it all in one place. Something I did was I had like a little black book that became very infamous among my friends because I wrote down every bit of college information that I found, every tour, like everything was in there. Also, like everyone else has said, be sure to ask a lot of questions. This is a very expensive investment that you'll be making. So be sure to know that that's where you want to be and you feel comfortable there and not just, this seems cool and like, I think I want to be here. Be sure to make a decision that fits both your situation, financially, but also your situation mentally, where you feel like you can be at home at. Because oftentimes I think that, at least for me, you'll kind of figure out that even if the biggest school has like the program you've always dreamed of, you might want a smaller school sort of environment. So where you think your major may not be where you can thrive in a living space. So definitely consider everything as you go through this process so that you don't feel like you've made a mistake a semester in and you feel kind of lost.
Great. Thank you all so much. Great advice. Thank you, students and parents as well. When you close the window, there's going to be a quick 5-question survey. We appreciate any feedback you might have. Sign up for more sessions. There's a lot that are available. And the recording of this session will also be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. So with that being said, everyone, I hope you have a great evening.